It is the most shocking crime in Charlotte that you haven't heard about. For 2 years, the pandemic has delayed justice for a 20-year-old woman who was tortured and stabbed, her body hidden in a mattress. And tonight, the victim's family wants you to hear their story as they search for answers and for closure. Thank you for staying with us here at 5:30. I'm Fred Shropshire.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. And that family trusted only WCNC Charlotte's Michelle Bowden with their account of this horrific and bizarre crime and the woman at the center of it all.
Police call it one of the most shocking crimes they've ever seen. It happened right here at this upscale apartment complex right in the heart of NODA. A young girl with special needs tortured. The details of the crime, utterly unbelievable.
She had such a light about her.
I thought she was a beautiful girl.
She was so stunningly beautiful, and she didn't even realize that.
Very sweet and loving, and she was silly.
And she just had an innocence about her.
Mary Collins was just 20 years old.
It's just so hard to believe that this happened to somebody so sweet and innocent.
Kara Williams is Mary's aunt and says Mary was born with a rare genetic disorder that made life challenging for her.
She actually really had the mentality of like a 14, 15-year-old, and she had a severe speech impediment.
She struggled with simple tasks like counting change or navigating her own neighborhood and always saw the best in people.
She was just such a sweet person that she expected everybody was like that. And so she was very vulnerable and very easily manipulated.
On March 28, 2020, at the start of the statewide COVID lockdown, police say Kelly Lavery and Lavi Pham lured Mary to their NODA apartment. The couple sent an Uber because Mary didn't know how to drive. Pham and Mary had been friends in high school and briefly dated. Pham was now dating and living with Lavery.
She thought she was going to hang out with friends, and they took her whole life away from her and from us.
Mary never left that apartment. She never came home.
Police believe Lavery, Pham, and their friend Jimmy Salerno brutally attacked Mary. Autopsy reports show she was stabbed more than 133 times.
They tortured her and just let her bleed to death and die. And then they just put her in their mattress and were hoping to dispose of the mattress with her body in there.
Police say Salerno called a fourth person, America Deal, then just 18 years old, who he'd recently met on Tinder, to help clean up. Search warrants turned up Cascade dish detergent and pumpkin spice shower gel, reportedly meant to mask the smell. Then, according to warrants, they wrapped Mary's body in saran wrap and duct tape and put her in the mattress. During a bond hearing for Deal, attorneys argued she should be out on bond, claiming she was forced into helping hide the body and that Kelly Lavery was the one in charge.
She described that Kelly Lavery, the co-defendant, was, in her words, the ringleader, and that Kelly was giving orders to everyone else as far as what should be done.
Mary's family believe Kelly was a jealous, mean girl type and say she'd been bullying Mary on social media for months.
I remember seeing the comments, "Ooh, nobody would want you. If I were you, I would want to disappear as soon as possible."
Mary's grandmother believes Lavery and Pham got Mary sushi in the hours just before they killed her, then posted video of the three of them together to make it seem like Mary was fine. Mary lived with her grandmother, who tracked her phone to the NODA apartment. When Mary didn't come home a day and a half later on March 30th, her grandmother filed a missing persons report with CMPD. Warrants say around the same time, Salerno started talking.
That Jimmy told this witness that he was at a party with Mary and that Kelly and Lavi tied her up, beat her in a bathtub, and they later hid her body in a mattress and wanted to burn the mattress.
That witness went to police. The police then went to the NODA apartment where they say Lavi Pham agreed to let them do a search.
Lavi then walked the detectives to the master bedroom and lifted the mattress himself.
But detectives didn't find anything. How did the detectives miss Mary's body?
Mary was very well concealed.
Then 2 days later, the witness called police again, insisting Mary's body was there. This time, detectives went in with a search warrant, shocking neighbors at the NODA apartment complex.
I'm losing it. You guys,
What if someone just got murdered?
I think most people think, though, a body weighs a certain amount, so you lift a mattress and there'd be something unusual about it.
Sure, it's just, the way everything played out, it wasn't obvious. And I can tell you that even my folks, when they went back with the search warrant, I mean, they were shocked at how well she was concealed. We ultimately had to open up the mattress in order to find her. She was fully concealed inside of the mattress.
Police charged Pham, Lavery, and Salerno with murder and concealing a death. America Deal faces charges of accessory after the fact and concealing a death.
I think that they're evil. I think that they are what evil looks like. They tortured her, and then they stabbed her over 100 times, and then they hid her in their mattress. To know that this happened to Mary, who I just know was so excited to go hang out with some friends, and I just can't imagine when they started to turn on her, the fear and confusion that she was feeling, and then just to think what she went through is it's so horrible. It's so horrible.
And I just can't believe how mean someone could be, again, to someone who is like a child.
The hardest part is thinking about the torturing that Mary went through, and that she's gone and we don't get her back. And I can't take any of that pain away from her that she experienced.
3 of the suspects in this case remain in jail awaiting trial. The 4th, America Deal, has bonded out. We've got much more on this story. You can find it all on WCNC.com, including an extended interview with the police detective who says the suspects in this case actually pretended to help in the search for Mary. All the while, her body was hidden inside their apartment. That's all on WCNC.com. Reporting in Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, WCNC Charlotte.